This unsettling video, captured on September 18, 2016, during the 53rd National Championship air races at Reno Stead Airport, showcases a heart-stopping moment in aviation history. Tom Richard, piloting his race plane Hot Stuff, was preparing for the final gold heat in the Formula One class when his engine malfunctioned. Signaling to the flagman, he opened his canopy to indicate he was out of the race. Tragically, the other racers misinterpreted the situation and began their takeoff runs, resulting in a catastrophic collision. The footage captures the moment a plane behind Richard slams into Hot Stuff. Its propeller tears 3 gashes into the right wing, slices part of the tail, and grazes the back of the plane, missing Richard's head by just an inch. The impact also strikes his raised hand as he holds the canopy open, all while traveling at over 60 miles per hour. Despite his injured hand, Richard remained remarkably composed and undeterred by the incident.
You okay? Backed off?
At first glance, this video appears to be nothing out of the ordinary. A skier gliding down the slopes of Mount Timpanogos in Utah. But then, in a heartbeat, something shocking happens that will leave you stunned. Captured on a helmet cam back in 2017, the footage shows Devin Stratton following another skier's tracks when the unthinkable happens. The ground beneath him suddenly disappears. He plunges off a 150-foot cliff, the equivalent of falling from a 15-story building, spending a heart-stopping 3.08 seconds in freefall. Amazingly, Devin walked away from the fall completely unscathed. After collecting himself at the base of the cliff, he went for x-rays, which confirmed he had no injuries, a truly miraculous outcome. Reflecting on the harrowing experience, Devin offered this advice to fellow skiers. Know where you're going and don't trust other people's tracks. A powerful reminder to always stay alert on the slopes. This chilling footage captures a tragic plane crash that occurred on Christmas Day in Kazakhstan. The accident involved a passenger plane from an Azerbaijani local airline, flying from Baku to Grozny, the capital of Chechnya in southern Russia. The plane tragically went down off the coast of the Caspian Sea. Flight 8243 was seen erratically flying up and down before crashing into flames. Disturbing videos from inside the cabin show passengers in sheer terror, chanting prayers and saying their final words. Originally set to land in Grozny, the flight had to divert due to heavy fog. It attempted an emergency landing near Aktau Airport after being tracked circling the area. Commercial aviation websites recorded the flight veering off its route before disappearing briefly and reappearing moments before the crash. According to Kazakhstan's deputy prime minister, the disaster claimed the lives of at least 38 people, with 32 survivors hospitalized in critical condition. While some footage of the survivors at the crash site has surfaced, due to its sensitive nature, I'll leave a link to it in the comments. Authorities in Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Russia are still investigating the root cause of the crash as the world mourns this devastating loss. This chilling footage comes from Queensland, Australia, filmed in November of this year, and it's almost guaranteed to give you a jump scare. Captured by a security camera, the clip shows Rachel Jelly, a local resident, opening the electric gate to her garage when, out of nowhere, a massive carpet python drops from the ceiling. Rachel explained she was simply stepping out to grab some screws when the snake made its dramatic entrance. Surprisingly, Rachel revealed this isn't her first run-in with the python. It's been a regular visitor to her home for years, and despite the fright, she has no plans to remove it. Instead, her family has adopted a live and let live philosophy, embracing the local wildlife as part of their everyday life. I'd love to know what you think about this in the comments.
Oh. I got it. No, I'm going to the stairs.
You need to get to the steps. Just start swimming to the steps.
What?
Get to the steps. Start swimming there.
What is it?
Just get to the steps.
This hair-raising video captures a truly terrifying near-death experience. A man, out fishing with his friends, made the reckless decision to jump into the water, a choice that quickly turned into a nightmare. Moments later, he found himself face-to-face with a great white shark. Panicking, he frantically swam for his life, even attempting to hide behind a pole in the water. From their vantage point above, his friends saw the shark approaching and tried to warn him, but his delayed reaction nearly proved fatal. While the man's identity and what happened afterward remain unknown, the video ends with him climbing back up the stairs to safety, where his friends anxiously waited. Against all odds, he survived. A true miracle considering the sheer danger of a great white shark encounter. This next shocking video left me completely baffled. Why would anyone even attempt this in the first place?
Run, dead. Jesus.
Captured in 2023, the footage shows a man repeatedly striking the base of a silo with a sledgehammer. Unsurprisingly, within seconds, the entire structure gives way, collapsing in a dramatic heap. The man is forced to make a frantic run for his life to avoid being buried under the falling debris. It's a textbook example of what not to do when taking down a tower. In this case, sheer luck saved him from being caught in the rubble, an outcome that would have been drastically different if the silo had collapsed in his direction. This clip, posted in 2015 by the YouTube channel Joint the Team, is both disturbing and undeniably nerve-wracking. It features a man attempting a high-risk stunt in Eastern Europe, zipping down a rusty anti-aircraft wire with his bare hands. The plan was simple yet reckless. Ride the cable down and then base jump from it. However, what began as a controlled descent quickly turned chaotic. Not only was he without hand protection, but the ziplining setup was completely unsuitable for the stunt. The metal clip he relied on was designed only as a safety tether, not for high-speed ziplining. Predictably, the makeshift hook began to break apart mid-descent. In a moment of panic, the man attempted to stop himself by grabbing the carabiner with his hand, a move that could have resulted in severed fingers or a severe degloving injury. Despite the dangerous conditions and lack of proper gear, the man somehow managed to parachute off the cable unharmed in the final moments of the video. A nerve-wracking stunt that could have ended in disaster, but sheer luck spared him from the consequences of his recklessness. For our bonus clip, we bring you a dramatic moment recently captured in October 2024 in Armenia. A bear being released back into the wild.
Jesus Christ!
Meet Ricky, a 2-year-old brown bear rescued after being struck by a vehicle in the village of Urtsadzor on October 23rd. He was taken to the Urtsadzor Wildlife Rescue Center, where he was treated for a wounded lower lip and minor leg injuries. After 2 weeks of observation and care, the team deemed him ready to return to the wild. But things took an unexpected and shocking turn. As soon as the transport crate was opened, Ricky lunged toward one of the rangers attempting to attack. Fortunately, the team had prepared for such an emergency. The ranger quickly scrambled into the back of a pickup truck which sped off just in time, with Ricky in hot pursuit. Now, I have to ask a question that's been lingering in my mind since I saw this clip. Does this really seem like a safe way to release a bear into the wild?